Hello everyone, this is Red with RedDragonLeo.com. This is a Tuesday update. Looks like we have attempted to rally. I'm a little disappointed in the bulls. They just can't seem to get it together. Today was very, very disappointing. I really wanted to see a positive close so that we can get back to the bearishness of the market. But now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down days in a row. You just don't have too many more down days before a rally is going to happen. I think the most I had seen was 7 in a row, which is just rare. So we really need a positive close tomorrow in order for the bears to get another foothold. Basically to reset the charts, you might say, so that we can have multiple down days in a row. And that's what we want as a bear. So we really would like to see a positive close. I don't care if it's just a spinning top kind of pattern or if it's a decent up move to retrace 50% of this prior down move on Monday. It makes no difference to me. I'd just like to see a nice positive close tomorrow so that Thursday and Friday it can just tank, because we need this reset. It is not reset on any of them that I've seen. I think the Dow also closed down, and the SPY closed down as well, and it was up there for a while, but Ben Bernanke didn't say anything to rally the market, and so it at 3:45 it just started selling off when Knucklehead came in there and said his speech. So anyway, so that's frustrating. So that means we've got to wait another day. We really need a positive close. So I think we got the opportunity to do that. As you can see here, before we go to the 60-minute chart, I did want to show you here that we are still not bottomed yet. If you look here at the RSI at 33 here on the daily, over here when you look at this one, we bottomed at around the same area. But I just don't feel that that's the case for this. I think we're going to go a little lower this next time around, and I think that has to do with the weeklies. So if we go back, you can see how far down we was on this. We're about the same level here as well on the MACDs as well. But let's check out the weeklies back here in March and see how they were looking. Okay, as you can see here, back in March right here, the weeklies were here, and they had just barely crossed over, and we're still up there in positive territory, up there in the high 40s, it looked like, and they really were in bull territory when they were selling off. And actually we're still in bull territory. We still have not crossed below zero, but see, the further down we go here, the more the bears will gain control. And if you look at this right here and where we were there, we hit here and we came back up. As you can see, the difference here is we have not even attempted to roll back up. We've had more weeks down than we did here at this section, and we are further down below. This tells me we are going down further, and we are also down lower here on the MACDs. We're lower here on the histogram bar. All this should tell you that if you compare the bottoming area right here for the RSI back on the daily chart here, and look at it here, and look at this, this should tell you that we're going to probably go well below 30 this time around as compared to the previous time, because the daily is now getting some support from the weekly, which is really pushing it down. And also when you look here as well, you go back up here and you can see that the RSI was much higher up there, still in bull territory, probably in the 60s there, when it was hitting the 33 area on the daily. At the same time, it was hitting about 33 in the daily. And here we are hitting 50. We're actually below 50 now, 48. We're in some serious bear territory right now, and it's going to end up getting worse and worse as it goes on. This was basically looking like to be a positive day, like it was going to just stop there. And I thought maybe at that point we would just leave this right here with a bull flag, and then basically gap up and then drop the rest of the day. I thought that would be what would happen, but it's not looking good at all. Now, I'm not going to say that the bulls are done yet. I know it's very, very bearish, and you can see we're pretty much buried down in here in this bear territory here. But I do think that there is a possibility that this could go up a little higher. So I think there's still a possibility that tomorrow, maybe we've already pretty much tested this as a double bottom. If not, we might dip down a little bit lower, but I think there's still a possibility we could come back up here one more time and actually close the day positive, even if it's just barely positive, to allow this MACD right here to get out of this oversold conditions. We need this thing up here, at least get it up here to negative 2.5, if not 0 ideally. Get it up there to where it can drop again. I mean, right now it's just at this negative 7.5 to negative 10 area, it's bottomed, which tells you that the market is kind of bottomed too, because it just doesn't have the power to drop much further. I've never seen it go, too much lower than this right at this range right in here. I mean, I guess it could go to off this chart to negative 15 or negative 20, but I just don't see that happening this time around. We're basically just starting, major wave 1 down to primary wave 3, if that's accurate, meaning that here on the monthly chart that this here moved from here down to here, and the March 2009 was primary wave 1 down. This was primary wave 2 up. So primary wave 3 should take us down to about 2 to 300 on the SPX if it bottoms out like where it should. And this again is a M, just a big M, and this will be an A, and you basically measure this length, add it on here, and then add it again. Yeah, it takes you way down there, 200 or 300, or maybe lower than that. So yeah, it's pretty bearish. But anyway, getting back here to this 60-minute chart, I really think it needs to come up some more. And in doing so, this level, the actual stock price, while this moves up, the actual stock price should go up and at least, rebang here on this area. Maybe just give it a positive close with a spinning top. I don't care. Just give it a positive close tomorrow so that the next few days can just really crash. I'm sorry to say that, but I want to bring reality back to the market. But the bears need to break this downtrend for one day so they can reset it, so they can have multiple down days in a row. And that's what we want if we want to blow past 1250, and we very well could. If this does a positive close tomorrow, then you could call that a wave 1 down, a wave 2, and then a massive wave 3 and blow right through that 1250. And I think that's a possibility. And of course this whole move right here could be a wave 3. This could be just the first subwave of wave 3 with the 2 sideways and a 3 and then a 4 and a 5, and all this being in a big wave 3, and all of that still being in a major wave 1 down of a primary wave 3. So yeah, I know, Elliott wave, it's confusing to me too. But so anyway, I still think that we're going to have a positive close. I know I'm going against the grain there, but I do think that this is going to run up. I don't know how far. So in the morning, I could see it dip down and then maybe run back up. May not go below 0. It might just dip a little bit, maybe back here where it's at, and then just barely creep its way up. I don't expect a lot, but I do expect this to come back up and get out of this buried territory on this. And you do look at the 30-minute. You can see 30-minute is very overbought and sold off hard to the close. And I like to see the same thing on the 30-minute. Maybe sell off in the beginning, dip down a little lower, I guess, than this or whatever, and then recycle back up. Let this thing recycle back up, and put in this case, if it dips down, let it recycle back up. Put in a lower histogram tower to put in some negative divergence, and let this thing run back up here. And I don't care if it hits this double top again, or if it just bangs on this line right here. I just want a positive close so that you'll know that Thursday and Friday it's going to tank, because you need to reset this chart. And same thing here. It could go down a little further and recycle back up. And it's, so it's at a double bottom there until the close. So I don't know how it's going to open, but I think at the very beginning, I think it's going to be weakness in the morning, and then I think it's going to recycle back up and close positive. I want to see these moving lines. I want to see them get up here at least to 0, if not up here to 2, which would be ideal in this area right here, 2. And then on the 60, I'd like to see it get up here at least close to 0 before rolling back down. Then when it gets overbought and is ready to roll back down, then you want to short at the close Wednesday into Thursday's jobs data and Friday's jobs data, jobs report, and that would just be the ideal situation. Now, I would love to see it break this line and go on up here to hit 1310. I don't know if it's going to do it, because it's definitely going to, from the looks of things, it's going to go down in the morning. So that would imply maybe it goes down here and puts in a little lower low again, and then recycles back up. And as it works its way back up, it just ends up barely closing positive, and gives us a spinning top. Doesn't get through that line. It's awful weak, but it would certainly be nice if it would give us a nice shot and go up here to this area right here. Maybe this green moving average here, 1307 right now, and falling, so maybe 1305 time it gets back to it. I don't know. I'm just basically going to watch the market, see how it falls in the morning, see if it looks like it tries to recycle back up. I just feel that it's kind of in a bottom area right now, bottoming area. Sorry, tongue-tied. While it's down here in this -5 and -10, I just want to see it get back up a little higher, then let it fall again. So in doing so, it could either chop sideways for a bear flag or rally up and still put in a bear flag, just kind of a sideways up motion. I'd love to get it from a higher spot. That'd be ideal. But so that's kind of what I'm seeing for tomorrow. And so, I did get this Monday call wrong. I did think we were going to actually go up on Monday, and we didn't. We just sold off all day. So disappointed in that, because this was pointing up, but it was just too weak. As you can see, it tried to curl back up here, and it didn't. It just fell deeper. Tried to curl here, didn't. It fell deeper, but here's where it finally made its breakout. And this is typical, I've noticed, on the 60-minute charts, around -10, when it's in really bare territory, that's when it'll make its break back up. And on the daily, I still think we got further to go. There's no signs of this turning up, and the fact that the weekly are really pointing down, it should go deeper than this one. When we look at this, it ought to be more like this one here. So it means, it should go down here to -20 or something, and before it recycles back up. So that easily takes us down here and hits this 1250 area easily, and we might even bust through it, especially if this is a wave 3. If tomorrow puts in your little wave 2 inside of your first minor, or your first wave 1 of this 5-wave pattern that makes up wave 3, again, it's a nasty wave. Sorry. So that's what I'm seeing for tomorrow. Remember, we got the 11th coming up this Saturday, and that is a critical time period, whether or not the Simpsons clock, and you know if that is real or not. I don't know. If we go here again, look at the clock, you can clearly see it here. 6/11. That's not 11. That is this June 11th. I don't know if anything's going to happen or not. I hope not. But if you're short over the weekend, I think this is probably a safe time to be short over the weekend, because you never know what these gamesters are going to plan. It could easily be a Black Monday if that's the case, we'll just have to play it by ear and see. But this week and next week, I think, are still going to be big sell-off weeks. I think this thing's going to get going. It's just going to get absolutely ugly, ugly, ugly. So that is it, folks. Can't think of anything else to say. So good luck to everyone, and I will see you on the blog.